All right. Good morning, everyone. Or should I say, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. Let's keep on joining. Let's keep on joining. Let's keep on joining. Let's keep on joining. Good morning, Kelvin. How you doing? Please tag your fellow participants in the group to join. We are back. And today is week 9. Wow, we are moving really, really fast. So please let us join in. 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 You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Tag your fellow participants in the group to join. We are back. We had holiday last week. For those of us that did Salah, hope we enjoyed the Salah break. And for those that also had holiday from work, hope we enjoyed the break too. Are you did not enjoy the break? Because nobody is saying anything. Hi, Albert. I can see your face, sir.
Yeah, there was no holiday for me. There was no holiday for me actually. I was at site throughout. I was in the
There was
way.
no holiday for you.
Yeah, I was in the way. I was at the site in the way.
Hi. So sorry. But
Yeah,
then, well done.
yeah, thank you.
Anything to make more money.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine. Thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome.
All right, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's keep on joining. Please tag your fellow participants in the group to join. We are back. We had a break last week, but now we are fully back. So please tag them on the group. Tag them on the group. Just drop a message on the group and say, hello, guys, class has started, so they can join. Please tag them on the group. And please, as you are joining, turn off your video. Mr. Dixon, I can see your face. Well done, you're at work. Mr. Oluwa Bayilo, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. I can see your face. I know you're at work, well done, but please turn off your camera, please. Thank you so much. Let's join in, let's join in. Let's join in, everybody. Mr. Odetunde, please can you turn off your video? I'm not sure you can hear me. All right, once again, welcome everybody. If you know that you have not dropped a message on the group chat and you're on the group chat, please drop a message so that your fellow participants can join. This training is important for each and every one of us, so it wouldn't be okay if we miss out. So let's join in. Thank you. Mr. Odetunde, please turn off your video. Okay, guys. So thank you, Mr. Odetunde. So welcome once again. It is so lovely to have you guys back. we wanted to do the training last week, but we needed to consider a whole lot of things because we ourselves we needed a break from work and all that. We needed to relax a bit, right? And we also like had you guys in mind, saying that we wanted you guys to also rest because you guys have been, very active, which we do appreciate. Anyways, so today we are back. We are in week 9. I don't know why I'm super excited, but I'm sure I'm not the only one because I remember when we started from week 1. Can anybody remind me the first topic we treated? Anyone? The first topic we treated. Nobody. Nobody was here during the first class. Can you guys hear me? Am
Yes,
I being
yes,
heard?
yes.
Okay, Richard, thank you. So nobody can remind me the first topic we treated. Nobody. Wow.
Cost analysis.
What about last? What did you say?
So understanding grid versus digital economics.
Okay, yes, we did grid versus diesel economics. Okay. So what about the last topic we treated? Week 8, what did we talk about? Should I call someone to answer? Because I see that nobody wants to talk. I should call someone. The last topic we treated, the last class, week 8.
Introduction to renewable energy, I think.
Right, exactly. Introduction to renewable energy. Thank you guys so much. So like I said, today we're in week 9 already, but I want us to reach a specific number before we start because we cannot keep on repeating ourselves for the sake of people that are just joining. So please, let's start this number I'm saying is not good enough. That class has started, they should join. Yeah. Okay. Should I just proceed? I'm actually trying to consider all of us because today attendance is going to be a very rigid one. And what I mean by rigid is the fact that I might take an attendance now, and maybe towards the end of the class, I'll take another attendance. And if your name does not reflect at the end of the class, you are not in class. So that's why I said today attendance might be quite rigid because we're coming to the end of this program. So I want to toughen things a bit. Hi, Ijeoma. Good morning. Thank you. Turn off your camera. All right. So let's move on. I'll proceed. We have many people on this call now. We have 28 people. Okay. So today is week 9, and today we are going to another interesting and exciting topic. I myself, I am super excited about this one. I am super excited about this one. So I want us to listen attentively, right? I want us to listen attentively and also participate. It's one thing to listen and it's one thing to participate because We all know that our sessions are always an interactive search. So let us do well to participate. Okay, so we can share knowledge together. So the person that's going to take for today is our one and only Engineer Emmanuel Adewumi. I'm super excited to have him on board today to take today's topic for week 9, which is energy data and analytics. So you are welcome, Engineer Emmanuel. It's so good to have you here with us once again.
All right. Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. You are all welcome to week 9 of our energy management training program. And I'm also so excited to be here again this week. And I believe that the session we are going to be having this morning is going to be very interesting. And I would like that, as usual, let's make it very interactive among ourselves so that we all can learn from ourselves together. We can share knowledge together. All right, without any further ado, we are going straight to what we have for today. I request the slide to be shared. This week, week 9, we are considering energy data and analytics. Energy data and analytics. Please kindly share the screen, the slides. To start, some people might be wondering why did we call it energy data and analytics and not just data analytics? The reason is this: we have been considering energy, and here we are at data and analytics. Data is a thing on its own self, data. Then analytics of the data is also another thing that we need to take very, very importantly. So that's why we coined the two as energy data and analytics, not just data, because we need to consider the data itself and also the analytics part of it. So we are going to get more understanding as we move on. Please move to the first slide, the next slide. Sorry, sir. Next slide. Okay. So go to the next slide, please, the main slide. You can just use your right arrow to move to any other slide, to the next slide. All right. So let me invite someone to please read this first slide for us. Please, you can please raise your hand if you want to read so that you can be allowed to unmute yourself and read. So let me invite someone to please take this first slide reading for us. Is anybody there? All right. Engineer Ojukwu, kindly unmute yourself. Engineer Ojukwu, kindly unmute yourself.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Am I loud and clear?
Yes, you are audible. You
Hello.
can go ahead.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, I'll read now. Energy data and analytics is often misunderstood as meter reading or simple reporting. But in a professional energy management context, it is the transformation of raw consumption signals into actionable intelligence. Data alone is not valuable until it is interpreted within context, lead profiles, operational schedules, weather conditions, and equipment behavior. Without analytics, a kilowatt-hour reading is just a number. With analytics, it becomes a story of inefficiency, opportunity, and system behavior. In many facilities, data exists, but insight does not come because nobody is asking the right questions. Data does not save energy, decisions do, and decisions are only as good as the intelligence behind them. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I just want one or two persons to help us give a kind of share your insights regarding this page. Yes, please let somebody else raise his hand to speak. Kindly share your own insights on this first slide. I can't see any hand yet. I can't see any hand. Okay, can you unmute Abdurrahman Bullian? Please unmute yourself to share your own insights with us. Abdurrahman Bulama, kindly share your insight with us. Okay, someone is on mute already. Paul, kindly go on.
Okay, so from here, from this slide, I see that data is not what automatically translates into energy saving or energy cost, but it gives us an insight on how to make decisions on how to make better solutions in energy.
Okay, thank you. Yes, let's have Dixon. Dixon.
Please, sorry, my environment might be somehow noisy.
Okay, we can hear you.
Like the slide says, data. Can you hear me very well? Data is very, very important in any organization. But the thing is that, in as much as we're talking about data, they represent information that can be used to make decisions. But the thing is that the data that we see cannot be useful if they are not properly interpreted. And when we are talking about interpreting data, we are talking about interpreting it in a way that it makes sense, in a way that it aligns with what it is representing. For example, if you are talking about data in economics, and you are interpreting that data in economics to represent, and then you're talking about something, you're using it to refer to an energy sector, the information that it is representing has not been fully interpreted because you're using that data to represent something else that it wasn't representing. So interpreting data in the right way is useful, and it can be used to make important decisions. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You have really given more clarification about it. But before someone else speaks now, I want the person to talk in respect to this question. How do you now make those useful decisions, or how do you make the data very useful? The answer is right in that slide. How do you, or how can you make those data useful in order to make the right decision? Yes. Can I see hands? Lois, I can see your hand. Kindly unmute yourself. How do you make your data useful?
Okay, so the data can only be useful if it is interpreted within context. So we talked about load profiles, we talked about operational schedules, weather conditions, and equipment behavior. So if you take one of these, for example, load profiles, you're going to be looking at maybe, is there any inconsistency in the data? Are there any opportunities that you can maybe maximize or optimize your data use?
Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. You have actually hit the point that I wanted to hear. And I will help you by just putting it in this way, asking the right questions. That's just it. Asking the right. So it is important you ask the right questions. If you don't ask the right question, you just have just raw data that is useless. But when you ask the right question, then you'd be able to interpret it in an insightful manner. Thank you very much. Let's move to the next slide. There's a question here. If your energy bill increases by 15%, kindly move to the next slide. But occupancy increases by 40%. Is that an inefficiency or improved utilization? When your energy bill increases by 15%, but occupancy increases by 40%, is that inefficiency or improved utilization?
Improved utilization.
Improved utilization. Thank you very much. Then last question, one more question before we move on. Can you truly manage what you do not measure at the subsystem level? At the subsystem level, can you truly manage what you do not measure? Yes or no? I think that's just what I need.
No.
No.
No. The answer is no. Because you have to be able to understand. So that will move us to the next slide. Please, do I have the next slide, please? This question that we just answered, no, we move us to the next paragraph in the next slide, please. The next slide. Energy metering, granularity, and the value of detail. Energy metering, granularity, and the value of detail. The next slide. Now I want, okay, someone is already on mute. Tunde Jimo, kindly read this slide for us. Are you there? Okay, can someone else raise up his hand if you would like to read for us? All right, Mr. Kelvin.
Okay. Good morning, all. Most facilities rely on a single utility meter and assume it represents total understanding. This is a critical mistake. True energy analytics begins with submetering, breaking consumption into meaningful segments, such as HVAC systems, production lines, offices, and auxiliary loads. Granularity is what reveals hidden inefficiencies like overnight base loads, phantom loads, and equipment running outside schedules. A facility without submetering is like a hospital trying to diagnose patients using only body temperature. It is too broad to be useful. The difference between guessing and knowing is often just 1 meter installed in the right space. In the right
Thank
place.
you. Thank you very much. All right. I want someone else to please give us insights or interpretation of what we have just read. Yes, any other person, kindly raise up your hand. This is a very interesting topic. Yes. Who is giving us, sharing insight with us? Is anyone there? All right. Can I have Mr. Albert unmute yourself? Mr. Albert, kindly unmute yourself and speak. Share your insight with us. Okay, Mr. Albert is not there. Who is Atamuti Sunday? Can you unmute yourself? You have been enabled to unmute yourself.
Hello,
all right.
Good morning.
Please share your insight with us. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah,
Hello,
good
can you
morning.
hear
Please
me?
go ahead.
Okay. So what they are talking about here, we are talking about the that is not ideal to depend only on one single unit utility meter. Like, for example, maybe in organizations that have different heavy equipment. So it is better for you to have a different mentoring for each equipment, and so that at least when you, so that you're able to know what each of the equipment are consuming. At the end of the day, have a general meter that will also that will bring that will have, you know, all the unit consumed for each equipment, so that, and those ones will just be like the total unit consumes. But it's better for you to have in each equipment, you have a metric, so that you're able to know which of the equipment that are consuming more. Just like in a power plant, you know, we have a different equipment. In a power plant, plant generation, you have different equipment whereby you in terms of generation, you know, you take it maybe from the generator side. After that, you still go to the transmission side where you are transmitting outside, so that when you are comparing the load, you're able to compare the load to know where there is losses, where there is, you know, equipment that having losses. And also he talk about the granularities also. He's talking about to reveal the hidden inefficiency, like oversight based load, phantoms load, and equipment running outside schedule. So when you have different metrics, it will able to specify all those equipment where those loads, all those loads, is able to specify where the units where you are consuming more in those
Thank you so much, sir. All right, thank you very much. I want us to bring this home closer to us, like in a kind of use case scenarios. How do we go into details? That is, you know, we talk about granularity. How do we go into those hidden details? You know, I just want someone to please give us a very good example that we can look or consider. All right, Mr. Kenneth, can you please unmute yourself?
Good morning, all.
Good morning.
Okay, let me talk of a practical case. In my house, I got some of these plugs, these small plugs from China. These plugs with energy meter on it. Then I've got a second one, a bigger one. I installed the bigger one in my meter, but the output of my meter, I mean the output of my supply from, I mean to the incoming supply of NEPA. Then I have these plugs in all my equipment except my light. So what I do, I take a total of what that individual plugs are giving me and check it with the on the application, and check it with what is going out for the system. So in doing that, I discovered that some equipments are consuming high energy, which I manage. Like for example, now my fridge, I have two fridge. One of them is acting up. It consumes more than what I expected, so I shut that one down. I'm thinking of replacing it. Now I'm having a difference in load of 100 watts, which I'm still battling with to resolve it.
Okay. All right. Thank you very, very much.
It gives me, I mean, I know what I'm consuming, and I also compare the total with what the PACN meter is giving me.
That's how Thank you very much. He has given us absolutely very perfect example within his own house now. So, but very quickly, I will just tell you how we now do it in a larger way at iOBOTech. For instance, I'll just take an estate as an example. An estate having, like, let's say 100 plus residents, and they are being bulk built. They are bulk built by, let's say, EKDC or Ikeja Electric or any electricity supplier in your area. That estate now are bulk built, and then at the end of the month, they are sharing bill equally. what do you think would happen in that particular kind of estate? Yes, anybody? What do you think would happen in that kind of estate? Please raise your hand now. You will know these things. Please raise your hand so that you can be allowed to unmute. Yes, please speak on. Support.
Some people will feel cheated because some uses lesser electricity or energy than others.
Exactly. And, you know, this could also lead to fights among, you know, very small environment. Let's say in a very small area where the people are not more than 6, for instance, or 10. And then at the end of the month, they notice that this person used this big equipment, that one used large equipment. Myself, I'm just using very small stuffs. There will be fights. So how we now treat that at Iobotech is we submitted them. We submitted them. And we have a system whereby they can use it, they can operate it like a prepaid. So that you even pay before you use. It's a prepaid format. So that will help each person to be responsible for what they consume every month. So that is why this is very, very important. All right. Thank you very much for your contribution. Is it better to know your total monthly consumption or your hourly HVAC consumption pattern? Is it better? Yes. Anybody? Please, if you have a way to unmute yourself and respond. Is it better to know your total monthly consumption or your hourly HVAC consumption pattern? Yes, Mr. Olawale Oluwole, unmute yourself and speak.
Okay, I think it's better for you to know your hourly HVAC consumption pattern, because in sense that it will help you to have the idea what you are going to consume at the end of the month, so that with that you can know how to manage, how to manage your energy, so that you not overspend at the end of the month.
Still help us answer this next question. If a building consumes 30% of its energy at night when it is empty, what does that immediately tell you? 30% of its energy at night when it is empty. What does that tell you? All right. Any other person can raise his hand.
So I think like when what do you mean by when it is empty? So I need to understand that statement of when it is empty.
Okay, let's allow someone else to quickly say it, because it will be like answering the question also. Okay.
Hello.
It's already happened. Yeah, still in
Hello.
Quiet.
Yeah. So if a building consumes 30% of its energy at night when it is empty, so that means the energy, there are lots of things that are going to waste, because I don't think I think we need to deploy a proper management system, because if 30% of its total energy is supposed to consume is consumed at night, then there are lots of things that should go off.
All right. Thank you very much. That means there is a leakage going on within that facility. All right. That will take us to the next paragraph we are going to be considering now. Baseline analysis and performance. Baseline analysis and performance benchmarking. All right. Let's call on, yes, who is that? Mr. Oluwole, I think you've already read for us. Yes, let's have someone else to please raise his hand. Babajide Farinde, can you help us? Okay, I can see one hand. Olayemi Salaudin. Yes, let's hear your voice. Please unmute yourself, Olayemi.
All right, thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Before optimization, there must be a baseline energy analytics. Depends on comparing.
Sorry, madam. Please kindly consider the full stop as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, before optimization, there must be a baseline. Energy analytics depends on comparing current performance against historical or expected performance. Without a baseline, every improvement is subjective. Key metrics like energy use intensity, kilowatt per square meter, or kilowatt per unit produced allow benchmarking across time and even across facilities. A reduction in absolute consumption is not always an improvement unless it is measured against output or conditions. Baselines convert chaos into structure and enable accountability in energy management decisions. Without a baseline, efficiency is just an option.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Olayemi Salaudeen. All right, let's have someone else to share insights with us from this. We are talking about baseline analysis and performance benchmarking. Yes, who is sharing insight with us? Anyone sharing insight with us? Am I free to call on anybody? Okay, let's have Engineer Peter at TV. Kindly unmute yourself. Engineer Peter.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry, I'm just joining the class, but then I'm trying to get some some understanding of the class anyway. But then let me just manage to speak like this. I may be right, I may be wrong, but what I think we are trying to do, what I think we are trying to do here is a kind of a way which we will be able to forecast our energy, or to be able to or know or optimize our energy, and to be able to know what we are consuming, what's being generated, what's being supplied, and all that. And the reason why I'm saying that, I just read through this, and coincidentally, it's happened to be part of one of my projects, which I was doing for my master's program and all that. So based on that knowledge, I can just say, okay, fine. The reason we are doing this is for us to be able to know, for us to be able to forecast, and for us to be able to know if we are efficient in the usage of our energy vis-a-vis the management. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. Can we have someone else, if possible, someone who can also give us a practical example of how we can benchmark our energy performance? Yes, can I see hands? I don't want to call anybody at this point. Yes. Okay, you just want to try, just raise your hand and speak.
Okay, let me just make a trial.
All right, please.
So,
okay, Lois, I'm coming to you.
Every improvement is subjective, meaning that there must be a reference point from probably in the house. This is the load that we use per day. This is a kilometer per hour. You know what the load carries per day. And so if maybe after a year, that same load is getting more energy. That means we can now reference from a point that, okay, there's a baseline, so we can now know how to now get more efficiency, since there's an increase without no addition of extra load. And from a reference point of history, the same load had this number of energy or watts that is being used, but now
Thank you
a
very
year
much.
later it's been increased.
Thank you very much. We have a baseline that we are using to compare. All right, let's have Lois Moses. Please unmute yourself.
Okay, so just to add to what they said, like you said, we have a reference point. Your reference point may be what you've been using before, maybe your usual energy output. So you are measuring what you want to perform against what you've been performing before. So we're using key matrices like maybe your energy usage, the amount of space you have. And you said something important, that reduction in consumption doesn't always mean an improved performance. So you have to look at the conditions you have. For example, maybe the kinds of equipment you'll be using before, you still keep using them, but you're having maybe a higher performance, or you are incurring more profit. So that's when you're able to be sure that there's some form of accurate measurements in baseline analysis.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so go to the next slide. See the questions there. Okay, you can see the question already. I want us to take that question. What would be a meaningful baseline for a hotel versus a manufacturing plant? What would be a meaningful baseline for a hotel versus a manufacturing plant. Yes? Who is going to help us with this? What would be a meaningful baseline for a hotel versus manufacturing plant? What do you think they can use as a reference for their own energy benchmarking? I believe there are some persons who have worked or are working in an hotel or manufacturing plant here. Kindly speak. All right, seems Mr. Adeyemi wants to speak. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. I just want to make an effort for an hotel to have their baseline, especially it is when they are at the peak consumption of their energy, especially when they have all their rooms, all their appliances powered on. And then for a good hotel who is monitoring and who is doing the measuring, they will have their baseline at that time. So for manufacturing, especially when they're actually active, all their equipment, industrial machine and home, and they are producing, that's when they can have their baseline to measure and monitor their consumption.
Thank you very much. You have really answered well. So for hotels, you can talk about when they have high occupancy versus the energy consumed. You know, there would have been a history of what they consume when there is high occupancy. And then when there is low occupancy as well, there should be a level of energy consumption that happens there. The same thing applies to manufacturing plants when they are active, you know, actively manufacturing. Then the energy they will be consuming will be different from when manufacturing is not ongoing. All right, thank you very much. Let's move on to the next slide. Let's move on to the next slide. The human factor in energy data interpretation. You know, I know that something begins to come to your mind. All right, let me just ask a question before we move to the next slide. Please go back. When we talk about the human factor, what first comes, or what comes to your mind first? Anybody, please raise your hand. What comes to your mind first when we talk about human factor in energy data interpretation? Chukwu Joseph, can you answer that question? What comes to your mind first? Or anybody you want to speak, just raise your hand. Yes, Mr. Deji, please omit yourself. What comes to your mind first?
Error, human error.
Error. Thank you very much. Error, mistakes. Because there is possibility, high possibility. All right. Mr. Deji, kindly read the next slide for us. Please move on to the next slide. Next slide, please.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Even the best analytics system is useless if data is ignored or misinterpreted. Many organizations collect data but fail to act because insights are not communicated in a human, readable way. Facility managers often receive dashboards full of graphs but no clear decisions. Data must be translated into action triggers alerts, thresholds, and responsibilities. When energy data is democratized across teams, behavior changes faster than when it is logged in technical reports. Energy data that nobody reads is just expensive decoration on a dashboard. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. Can someone please share insight with us? You want to share your insight? Kindly raise your hand and share insight with us based on what we just read in this paragraph. Yes, anybody? Anybody, kindly raise your hand. You want to share your insight with us? Please. I'm still waiting. This is very interesting because we are talking about ourselves now. We are talking about you and I, the possible things that occur. Please, can you speak, please? Who wants to share insight with us? Very, very interesting. Okay, let's see how Olayemi Salaudin. Kindly contribute. I really want to encourage every one of us to be part of these engagements. Let's share. Let's contribute together. All right, thank you. Please go on.
All right, thank you very much. I feel like it's saying that having data is not just enough. You can have the data, but if you are not properly interpreting it to make actionable decisions, the data is as good as useless. So that is what I think it means.
All right. Thank you. Any other person, you have something to say? Kindly raise your hand. I don't just want to keep breaking everything down. I want us to also share our own insights. Okay, let me call on, is anyone raising up? Okay, let me call on Samuel. Samuel, who is Samuel? Can you speak? Samuel Mpama, please unmute yourself. Kindly unmute yourself. Okay. I'm not seeing any hand. Why are we not raising our hands up? All right, let me call on another person. Is Suleiman there? Suleiman Shoge. Please unmute yourself. Suleiman Shoge. All right, thank you, Mr. Richard. Can you unmute yourself?
Hello, sir.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Suleiman.
Did you say I should read?
Yeah, no, I want you to share insight from what has just been read.
The data that is collected have to be interpreted. So if it is not properly interpreted, there's no way to take reasonable action on it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, let's have someone else to please speak because there is more to just interpreting data here. There is more to it. Okay, Morolayo Thompson, there is more to it.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Data received is an indicator of something. Actually, this topic is very interesting to me because I actually work in the energy accounting department, and this is basically what I do. So, and it's something I got familiar with over time studying data. You will be able to interpret accordingly. For me, working in the energy distribution segment of the sector, it could mean that when I see data, it could indicate that the meters are probably not functional. Because if I see data, maybe the readings look stagnant, or the reading is somehow very low or erroneously high, it could be an indicator to signal the metering department to go check the integrity of the meter. It could also mean,
thank you very much.
It could mean different things. So data has to be interpreted appropriately depending on what you see.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Morala. Thank you very much. Do we have one? Okay, let me allow Richard to try. Richard, please unmute yourself.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So once we have gotten the data, the next thing that comes is interpreting the data, into a human readable format in a way that everybody can understand. Now, it doesn't end that interpretation. The next thing that comes is what can be done. What actions can be taken based on the interpretations from this data that we have gotten, and who will be responsible for carrying out those actions, and what timeline are we looking at to ensure that these actions are being carried out, and what results are we expecting from carrying out those actions?
Okay, thank you so much. All right, thank you very much. I would like to emphasize on something Moralayo mentioned, which is indicators. We might not really understand what she's saying until you make, or we all make efforts to learn how can I make my data to communicate with me. You need to have your data in such a way that it communicates with you. And this can happen in several ways. For instance, if you use Microsoft Excel, which is the, will I call it the lowest data analytic tool that you can use? You have some functions that you can use and write in order for you to program it and say, okay, if I'm having more than a particular range, let it indicate or let the cell change color to red, for instance. By the time you write such program and you see your data, you already know that something is wrong. That's an indicator. And I know many of you are here who knows more about data analytic tools. We are not just knowing it just for knowing sake or just to make money. No, but we are knowing all those things or learning them in order to be able to use them to make intelligent decisions. So I love the point Morolayo made mention of. You must have indicators. So I'm challenging us now, apart from our theoretical and practical knowledge of energy management, please make sure that you know at least a tool that you can use for your analytics. And not just about knowing Microsoft Excel, but being able to use it effectively to communicate and interact with you. Thank you very much. Let's move to the next question, the next slide. The next slide. See the quiz there now. It said, can a perfectly designed dashboard fail if no one is assigned responsibility for acting on it? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay,
Yes.
I know it's a yes. Thank you very much.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, it
All
can
right. Thank
fail.
you. How would you simplify energy data so that a security guard or technician can act on it immediately? How would you simplify energy data? That's simply saying to make anybody to easily understand to the extent that a security guard can understand it. How? Yes? Okay, Ms. Olayemi, can you speak? How can you do
Yes. Okay, I think the first thing that came to my mind was like color coding the indicators. Like, for example, if we've consumed this particular level of energy and it is still within like the let me just say acceptable limits, we can put it as green. Then if it is above the limits that we are expected to consume, we can put it as yellow, maybe just to indicate that we are going above the consumption level. Then if it is red, that means we exceeded it. So that's what
Thank you so much. That's a very perfect example. A very perfect example that would help just anybody. You would have told them, okay, the moment you see red, make sure you alert me. But when you still see green or, you see yellow, maybe things are still going fine. But the moment you see red, definitely. So thank you very much for that. Let's move on to the next slide. Predictive analysis and energy forecasting. Predictive analysis and energy forecasting. All right. This is also very interesting subtopic. Let's move to the next slide. Can we have someone who have not read before to please read? Yes.
Can
please
I
lower
read?
your hand once you have. Who wants to read? Okay, John.
Can I read?
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I read. Modern energy management is not only about understanding the past, but also about predicting the future. Predictive analysis uses historical consumption patterns, weather data, and operational schedules for forecast demand. This enables proactive decisions such as generator. Instead of reacting to high bills, facilities can anticipate them and adjust operations beforehand. The goal is to move from reactive management to predictive control. It reads, reactive energy management is firefighting, predictive energy management is prevention.
Thank you so much. All right, let's ask some
Thank you.
people to share insights with us from this paragraph. Yes, I saw many hands raised up the other time. So sorry I didn't call those who raised their hand. Kindly raise your hand up and you'll be allowed to speak. I'm not seeing those hands again. I think I saw Aminu. Aminu, please omit yourself. Aminu Ibrahim.
Okay, sir. According to my understanding of this this slide is that in the modern analytic, it doesn't actually use the previous data to analyze and understand the problem and then take decision. And then also it predict the likely put of anything that will happen in future, and then maybe try to take action before it even started. That is all I can say. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Predictive. You need to know. You can know before an incident occur. You know, look at the last paragraph there. Reactive energy management is firefighting. In fact, I need someone to break that down for us so that we can understand it further. All right, anybody? I think I saw some hands again. Okay, let me call on Adewale. All right, go ahead.
Okay, for the reactive energy management, that is firefighting. It means it has occurred. It's just like it has been escalated already. It just brings to the level. It's just like a fire incident. That instead of you to manage to check your wiring and every other thing, but the fire has escalated. You are now looking for fire extinguisher to quench it. But when talking about the predictive, it means you have assessed your household. Okay, what are the likelihood? Is my AC connection okay? Is my fan? Is every other gadget in line to the connection? So I can use that explanation to base the reactive energy and predictive energy management as a prevention. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, let's move to the next slide. How often should a facility review its energy performance to maintain optimization? How often should a facility review its energy performance to maintain optimization? Yes, please, when you are answering, give us reasons. All right, let me see answers. Energy managers. Yes. I need. Yes. I can't see, and what's happening? I can see Richard's hand. Okay, let's allow him to speak. Please unmute yourself. Please go ahead and speak.
Okay. I'm of the opinion that it should be quarterly. That's every 3 months. And this is because we want to have enough time to be able to establish a pattern before we can now swing into action. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Does anyone have a contradictory view? You have a different opinion? Anybody? Anybody? He has said every 3 months. Does anybody have an alternative opinion that contradicts what he has said? Mr. Deji Aborishade.
I would prefer monthly to prevent losses in terms of savings.
All right, thank you. In that case, if you take me back to the first quiz that you can see there, if your energy dashboard is updated monthly, but operations change daily, is your data still reliable for decision making? Yes. I want those two people who have spoken, Mr. Deji and Mr. Richard. I want you to use that to answer this question and then go back to the response you have given.
Yeah, this is the more reason why it has to be monitored or updated monthly, so as to be able to prevent any form of lapses, correct, errors on time, or any gaps on time. Otherwise, if it is quarterly, a lot of losses must have come into play.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Richard, kindly unmute yourself.
Going by this, I feel that the data may not be very reliable for decision making. But it now brings up a question: is it how do I put it now? Is it ideal or is it feasible for data to be optimized daily, or should we just focus on ensuring that there is a predictable there are predictable systems in place, or there are systems in place to ensure that things are as predictable as possible? Because personally, I don't believe that operations changing daily is very, very normal.
All right. Okay, thank you very much. This takes me to a particular project I did one time on energy, right? So one of the things that helped in that project is this. In energy or in energy management, you don't just have only monthly data. You don't just have quarterly data. You have both daily data as well. You have yearly data as well. So you can keep as much. In fact, what we want in energy data and analytics is enough data, as much as you can get. Now, look at this. It's saying if your dashboard is updated monthly, but operation changes daily, that means your operation changes per day. If you can have daily data as much as you can. At the same time, you can also have monthly data as well. But in case your operation changes daily, that means your daily data, day-to-day data is very, very important for that kind of facility. So I may not be able to tell you that monthly is enough or quarterly is enough. Hold on, please. But depending on your kind of facility, you should monitor your facility, monitor your data, and see which one affects your operation the most that you can use. Was someone speaking before? Mr. Peter, were you trying to say something?
Sorry about that.
All right, let's have Mr. Anthony. He's raising his hand. Yes, unmute yourself and speak.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Like what I want to say, when you are asking questions about when there are daily changes in operations and if we still need to verify data, I was just trying to tell you that normally you plug in every new thing that comes to the system every day in your operations, new power consumption and all that stuff. Then by the time you have that, once you now see increase in your energy consumption, you can now relate it to the new load that has been added daily to your facility. And that is why even in the sizing of materials, equipment, cables, and what have you, you actually put those into cognizance that yes, we might take power from this place to this place. We might have this new equipment in here. So when you have those things at the back of your mind, then all your cable sizing, your equipment sizing, and all that, all of them will now upgrade all of them. So when those things are now put in place to use, then you equally now know that your energy consumption is going to go up at a percentage that can be predictable. So once you now have your daily arrangement of new things that are coming in, so at the end of the month, you now say, okay, these are the things that have joined this month. Our energy consumption have risen from total percentage to total percentage. So you will not be able to use it to do all your future analysis or the next month analysis to be able to know whether you are wasting energy actually or you are still within the admissible energy consumption for the plant. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. I don't know if there are some people who deals with renewable energy, if they are here. I would like to ask a question from them, in case you are here. For, let's say, either solar energy and wind energy, which data do you need the most? Is it which historical data do you need the most? Is it daily data, monthly data, quarterly, or yearly? Yes, I want answers. Is Mr. Anthony raising up his hand for this question? All right, please. I still need more hands. Okay, all right, I've seen two persons. Please speak now. All right, just hold on, Mr. Olaoluwa. Yes?
It's daily data.
For solar or for wind?
For solar, we need daily data.
All right, thank you. Please mute yourself, Mr. Olaoluwa.
I believe for solar, you need not necessarily yearly, but based on the seasons, because that's very important for you to project how much power can be generated. For solar, that's the irradiance, and for wind turbine, that's the wind direction and the wind speed. For daily too.
Thank you very much. I can see many hands right now. This question is bringing more people to speak. All right, I can see that there are many solar experts and renewable energy experts here. Okay, let me have Mr. Anthony.
Yeah, for solar, you need daily data.
Daily data. Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Anthony.
For me,
all right,
daily data is necessary in all the things that we do. Because for us to be able to keep data, it means that we are equally going to use the data collection for future things that we need to do, maybe for other people who have references that at the time we're keeping data like this for social company, it was like this. So we cannot use the mistake we made while collecting that data from that place. We cannot employ it to make sure that such mistake we don't make it at this other area that we are working. So daily data is very important.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Let me have the person with Samsung. You are supposed to change it to your name so that we can address you by your name. We can't address you by Samsung. Please,
I'm so
you are
sorry.
going to. All right.
Actually
You are going to
Miracle.
read the
I was
next
telling
paragraph for us. You are going to read the next. That's why I called you. You are going to read the next paragraph. Please, let's go to the next paragraph. The continuous data feedback loop. Yes, next paragraph, please.
Okay. Energy analytics is not a one-time activity. It is a continuous cycle of measurement, analysis, action, and verification. Without feedback loops, data becomes obsolete quickly because facility conditions change constantly. Equipment aging, occupancy shifts, and operational changes all affect consumption patterns. The real power of analytics is not in the dashboard itself, but in the repeated discipline of reviewing, correcting, and improving. What gets measured gets managed. What gets reviewed gets improved.
Thank you so much. All right, let's share insight right now. Please raise your hand so that you can share insight with us. All right. Let me have Mr. Dejiaborishade. I know you wanted to speak the other time, so let me have you speak now.
There's somebody is calling you up now.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, please speak.
Yes, for renewable energy, whether solar or wind, it is appropriate to conduct data or capture data hourly because of our region, particularly Lagos that we are.
Thank you very much.
Sunray is not constant, across the day. There are some, the graph is, up and down, just going up and down, going up and down, going up and down.
Okay.
And that's the more reason why.
Thank you so much. I love the perspective it came from. And can you imagine, I myself forgot to include hourly data as well. So hourly data is also important. There are even some places where they take data every 30 minutes. so that they can know what happens within that hour. All right, please, but we want you to speak concerning this particular paragraph we just read. Mr. Anthony, kindly unmute yourself. Mr. Anthony, unmute yourself and speak. Okay. Does anybody want to share? Okay.
Yeah, like you rightly said, the data collection is based on the information that one actually wants. Like you rightly said, there are some jobs you need to carry out to tell you this night you are going to check the pressure of this, possibly when they are doing hydro testing on a pipeline. Now, we already have a you'll be told that every hour you need to go and check if the pressure that has been applied, if the pressure is dropping. But there is a graph that is going to work. So you need to do that every 30 minutes. So like what we're just discussing about, if we need to be, depending on what we are doing, like he was talking about wind vane and what have you, generating power, if it's 30 minutes, we need to be checking how the wind is going, the direction is going, at what speed is it going, and what energy is it delivering. Then I think it's ideal that we go ahead like that. But it must be stated in the procedure for that particular activity. That for this job to go on this way, it must be written that you must adhere strictly to this. You must record everything you need to do this way. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. Let me have someone else, please. But make sure you are talking about this last paragraph we just read. Okay. I can see one, and you have raised your hand down again. Please. Yes, I can't see hand anymore. Those who have not spoken, I can see one Ugota Kingsley. Kingsley, kindly unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, unmute yourself, unmute yourself. Is this topic no more interesting? Why am I not seeing hands raised up? Hello, are you still with me? Do I still have people in this class at all?
Yes, we are still here. We are still in the class.
Okay, we are talking about feedback. All right, thank you. Okay, Mr. Dixon, please go ahead. Please unmute yourself, Mr. Dixon.
Good morning once more, or good afternoon. What this paragraph, to my understanding, is trying to say is that when we are talking about analysis, it shouldn't be a one-time thing. It should be it should be a continuous process. Because by doing so, it might, there might be certain things that you didn't actually capture or taken into consideration previously. There may be new changes. So so when you perform analysis the next time, there may be new insights that you might actually obtain from the one you are doing right now than the one you did the other time. And the one you may do next might actually uncover certain aspects that you did not take into consideration. So it should be a continuous process. That's what I understand from that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So it's a very simple paragraph telling us that your energy analysis or energy data collection is not just a one-time process. It's not something you do once and then you assume that you are okay or you are good for the rest of the year. It's something you do continuously, repeatedly, as much as you can. All right. So I really appreciate this time. We move on to the next paragraph, which is the conclusion. The conclusion. Energy data. And is anybody speaking? Energy data and analytics is not about collecting information. It is about converting visibility into control and control into performance. Meaning you are converting what you can see, the data you can collect, into something you can now control. And you're not just controlling it, you are controlling it to improve your system performance. So this will bring us to the end of this week 9 study. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you for cooperating. Thank you for sharing insights. And thank you for making it especially engaging. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much
Thank
for
you
this class.
so much, Engineer Emmanuel. That was such
Thank you.
a very beautiful session, I must say. Thank you so much. I
We
gained a
really
lot.
appreciate your class.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank
Really
you, John.
appreciate.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Engineer Emma. Please, can we show more appreciation by using the React emojis? Just
Thank you
please
so
let's
much.
show
Thank
appreciations, because there are a lot of sacrifices that these our facilitators take just to make sure they are on board every Thursday. So please let's show appreciation. Thank you, Engineer Emma. We really do appreciate you. Thank you for such a lovely session, and we pray that God bless you. Thank you so much. All right, to all our participants, we also appreciate you, because definitely you guys are the sole pursuit of this, training, and we appreciate each and every one of you. But then we had a low turnout today. I don't know, me, I'm feeling like maybe most of us are Arsenal fans, yeah. So maybe we're still upset about the Champions League. That's why we did not join. And most of us Arsenal fans, yeah.
I am an Arsenal fan, but
You
I
see, you're
joined
looking for some people trouble.
I knew it.
You
I
see, you're looking
knew
for some
it. I
people
knew.
trouble. They'll definitely come for you.
Anyways, you guys won Premier League now, so you guys should be happy at least after 22 years. On a try now. But please,
Exactly.
yeah, I don't know. Shey people are thinking you will beat PSG with the likes of Dembele and all that. Come on.
The low turnover has to do with the weather. It's raining.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, in Lagos. It's raining in Lagos.
Yeah,
So
I think
anyways,
I think the low turnout is because we had a breaker section last week anyway. Someone like actually forgot. I was carried away and I joined the class.
Okay. Understood. Anyways, to all our Arsenal fans here, this is not a. I'm also an Arsenal fan.
Sorry.
I like Saka. I like Saka so much. So this is not a.
Sorry, secondly, I don't know why the link. And please, can you hear me?
Yes, Dixie, you can go ahead.
Yeah, earlier the link was actually showing 12 o'clock.
12 p.m.
I don't know what happened. Yes, that the meeting was scheduled for 12. I left. I don't know. Then it later connected on its own. So I don't know if it's a technical issue.
Yes, the technical issue. We're so sorry about that. Thank you so much. Just make sure next time you're following the one that is on the message, which is 11 a.m. So irrespective of you showing 12, just join in case of next time that a technical issue happens again. But anyways, I know that most of us are very busy people, so please let's go back to our daily activities. We appreciate each and every one of you once again. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Have a lovely day. Bye. Bye, Abdullah. Bye, Jimo. Bye, Sunday. Bye, Okoyemi. Bye, Mr. Kenneth. I can't mention everybody's name. Bye, John. To all our Kenya people. Bye. Thank you guys so much. Do have a lovely day. Bye, Albert. Bye, Efeni. Bye, Jimo, Mr. Jimo. Bye, Mr. Yakubu. Bye, Mr. Oladele. Bye, AZDK. Have a lovely, lovely, lovely day. Bye, guys. Bye, Louis. Bye, Philip. Thank you, everyone.